The sun has risen. It is day 11 in book 4 of Marcus and Me, and let's go see what he has to say today. Today's 11th meditation with Marcus begins not what your enemy sees and hopes that you will, but what's really there. Marcus Aurelius, day 11, book 4, Meditations. It's a true one. Somehow it lined up with today's reading and I didn't even try. Forgotten me. I think with this quote, it reminds me of something someone said to me, a slur someone slung at me, that I always need an enemy. But I think that until you heal yourself, you project what you are onto those that are shining. And there's a real deep esoteric meaning to the movie The Shining. There was a darkness in his character. What was his name? We all know who was in The Shining. There was a darkness that he hadn't dealt with, that he would not confess, because we're all capable of darkness. And so he projected it on his wife and his child, stuck in that snowstorm in that hotel room. And that's what we do out here. If we're not healed, we can project our darknesses onto other people, our unhealed trauma. And a lot of people run on unhealed trauma. They will continue to talk about the same things that happened to them over 20 years ago or more. And not in a productive way. Not in a way that is speaking their experience to help others conquer whatever it is they are going through. So it's a great reading from Marcus because, you know, we're in those times. I listened to the Zen master several years ago, and he said it's going to be interesting in the future to see how people project their shadow selves onto other people. And certainly you can see it. And, you know, we're all capable of that at the moment if we're struggling with something, especially in these changing times. There's supposed to be a meeting Saturday, May 7th, in Romney at the South Branch Inn. Another information meeting on our local political sphere. And I think I'll stay far away because politics makes me ugly. Because most people don't understand the slow process that they are participating in. And they don't understand agreements that were made, secret agreements long ago, to guide the trajectory of this country. And I've put the breadcrumbs out there, but you have to humble yourself to listen to someone else, to lose the illusion and not see someone bringing you information as an enemy. And you can sense, you know, politicians for the most part are driven by ego. And they're no different than entertainers that need the applause of fans. There's an element of narcissism. High-level politicians are bred for psychopathy. That's a true fact since the beginning of time. Kings and queens were bred for the same thing. High levels of psychopathy, so that you didn't care what happened to the peasants that you ruled over. You know, a person laying on the street starving or in a gutter wouldn't bother you because you were alright. So, you know, that's something I'm going to stay away from, but for anyone else wanting to go, because I know I'm better sitting here enjoying my life, listening to music, doing whatever I want to do, and watching it all unfold, because I don't believe, I believe politics is a script and we're just living it out. And it really is. Philip K. Dick wrote in his exegesis, the more that you rage against Rome, the more it infects you like a disease. So I think I'll stay far away from the collapsing Roman Empire. I'll leave it to the psychopathic, egotistical professionals. There's some slurs for you. Anyway, great Marcus today. Great Marcus reading. I hope it helps somebody, because certainly you're always going to have haters out here in the world, no matter where you are. You can just be little old me living in the woods and having a friend and have a hater. It's always going to be haters. And, you know, honestly, I was contemplating this last night as I was creating this beautiful hillside flag on the hillside, primitive cross stitch I'm working on. I was thinking how small their lives are, to be so consumed with someone else's life. How small and pathetic your life must be to feel led to stalk or consistently harass other people. So, go to my Facebook page, if I can ever get these uploaded on YouTube, because YouTube needs to know who I am still. Peace be with you all. Have a great day. Sorry for this long afterthought, but it was quite a short Marcus. Marcus and me, day 11. Don't pay your enemies any mind, basically. It's always going to be an adversary down here.